It's at a time when many people are afraid to go out into public. And then, of course, as there may be people who are in fact sick.
If you have to self-isolate because of COVID-19 and your self-isolation continues through to September 20th, some bad news. You will not be able to be at a polling station on election day. Now, if you wanted to cast a vote, the only other way to do that would be through mail-in ballot, but the deadline to request one has already come and gone.
A rule on the Elections Canada website states, unfortunately, after September 14th, those who have or believe they have COVID-19 and who have not already applied to vote by mail will not be able to vote. One political scientist thinks this will contribute to a lower turnout, and perhaps for one group in particular.
People who are falling sick now are predominantly unvaccinated individuals, and the party that has become the sort of the movement for anti-vaxxers is the People Party. So if there are unvaxxed people who are too ill to vote, it may impact on their vote more than it would for other parties.
Telford hopes this motivates Elections Canada to make changes that allow people to vote through other means.
Figuring out how to do online voting securely might be something that motivates agencies on this.
There is a law that we operate elections under called the Elections Canada Act. And it states that after day 6, so that was Tuesday, at 6 o'clock, your only option is to vote in person.
Morant says by law they must do this to prepare the lists for in-person voting day and remove anyone who would have voted by mail.
Was this something that was anticipated by Elections Canada? The fact that there could be people who, because of isolating, would not be able to vote in person?
We talked about the alternatives of voting all the way through this election, and we really talked about all of these different options in light of the pandemic.
As for whether the rule will be enforced, Morant says the agency will not direct poll workers to ask, but it does expect people will follow the law that requires them to self-isolate. As for plans to make changes so that this doesn't happen again,
Elections Canada can put forward recommendations, but it has to be passed through Parliament. And until that's changed, we have to operate under the parameters of the existing law.
In New Westminster, Ria Renouf, City News.